Okay, so here we have a 2003 BMW R1150RT. This is my first time doing a YouTube video, therefore it's not going to be a Hollywood movie and there'll be no Oscars, so just bear with me. The reason I decided to try and shoot this footage was because my main high beam bulb has gone, and has blown, that is, and looking through YouTube and on all the forums, I could not see any clear guidance on how to change it. So there was stuff for changing the fog lights and for the dip beam bulbs, but nothing for the high beam. So I'm going to try and record it while I change it. When we look inside, if we can get away from the glare, the main bulb in the middle pointer stick is the one that we're actually going to change. Now, just to go back to, if I turn the light on, if I can get in here and see this, in typical BMW fashion, it's not very accessible. So with a pointy stick, the one we're looking at here, sorry, there's a cover on here, you'll see that going on at the end. That is the normal beam, dip beam bulb, which are changed, the usual 2 clips, and there's plenty of footage on YouTube how to do that and pull it out. Now what we're interested in, as I say, is the high beam bulb, which first of all it's an H3 bulb, and therefore you've got this cable which runs off there. A lot of the actions to change it, it's instead of traditionally coming with the back with the normal beam, everything will be done with my hand up through the bottom, if you can see down here, and it's all done by feel and looking through the front of the lens, to be honest. So a lot of it's going to be blind, but if I show you what the plan is, then you'll certainly get some idea, and you'll be better prepared than I was when I tried to do it. So the technique is, first of all, I'm going to remove that cable off there. The bulb itself, let's see if I can turn the handlebars and get a better shot. No. There is a metal clip. Let's go in from this side. There's a metal clip right down the bottom. Let's come out of there. This isn't working. As I say, this is why we do it all by feel, because you can't really get out. So bottom line is, if you look along where the cover goes over there, there is a metal clip at the bottom, which if you pull that towards you now, that'll release the retainer for the bulb housing. And then there's a little plastic cap there, a black one which sticks out, and use that to hold the bulb and extract it from the housing. So what I'm going to do is probably pause the video and do it all by feel, and then show you as I pull it out. But so remove the white cable from there, just pull straight out. Then a metal, like brass coloured one down the bottom, release that retaining clip, and then if you grab this like black ceramic type tab, for want of a better word, the whole filament housing will come out. So let's see how we get on. So here we are. Sorry, I seem to stop that video. Here we are, just a couple of minutes later. This is the item in question with housing. As I say, disconnected the white cable at the back, the brass clip, which is part of the bike, clips down, and it was latched over that. Just push it down, and then you hold it by this tab here and extract it straight from the housing, hence the empty gap. So now over to my workbench, which is actually the tumble dryer, and I've only got 2 hands. So it's a case of So there we are. Obviously without touching the new bulb and the lens, so I do have some rubber gloves. This metal cap will slide off. You obviously feed the old bulb out, feed the old one new one in, and next time you see it, the new bulb will be fitted, ready for insertion. So here it is, the new bulb fitted, just ready to go in. This metal thing is actually sprung loaded, so it's a bit fiddly. And the other thing, and hopefully for most people it'll be self-explicit, when the bulb, the bracket which you can see at the bottom of the bulb, which is part of it, has certain keyways. You can see at the bottom of the picture there's like a curved keyway and then a straight one at the top. So the bulb unit will only go into the housing one way, or it'll certainly only seat one way. The other thing before I go ahead and insert it to note, and if we look from a side angle, there are two predominant tabs obviously on each side, and they will line up, they should line up approximately with the bike. So you're coming in from inside, so those two tabs which are in, like, let's say the 1 o'clock and the 5 o'clock position, you should be bringing them into the bike like that so that they line up. So again, unfortunately I'm going to pause and I'll insert it, but what I'm going to do is feed it in the back, obviously from below, and then the brass metal tab will clip up at the bottom. If you've got to this stage, you probably know what the drill is, but I'll go ahead and come back to you. Okay, 2 minutes later, and it was actually only 2 minutes. Bulb is now fitted. One sort of correction to my, I'm going to replay it what I said previously, but the two tabs on the filament housing, which I said need to locate in the whole unit, aren't in the 1 and 5, they're in the 11 and let's say the 4. Just to save any confusion for anybody. So it pushed in with a tab and the metal sort of retaining tab at the bottom pushed over, definitive click, and the last thing that remains to be done, if I can find it, is connect the little cable to the connector. Pause again. So, alright, you can see the blue cable is now connected. The last thing before I put the back cover on, just give it a quick functional test. Normal beam on, I won't go straight to light. Wrong button. Main beam, or sorry, high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam, flash. Yeah, that's all working. Off. And the cover that I spoke about, which if you've had any dealings with the main light unit, you'll be more than familiar with, is this little item here, which you cleverly jiggle so it first of all goes into ready to fit, and then similar, you can just about see it at the top, the top brass clip which just clicks over it. So just a final check around, everything done and tightened. So I'll just put that cap on. And we're back. And you can see the cover on with the clip on the top. Final check, that's finally secure. secure there by this clip. Yeah. Okay, and so there we go. And really, that is it. And we're all good. So, I do apologise for the quality of the video. I was not out to win any Oscars, as I say, and the absolutely only motive I've gone to the bother of trying to record it is that if it saves anybody else any less hassle than it did for me to sort of research before I went in there, because what ultimately is a 10-minute job when you know what you're doing, but unless you've got the information and you know which way to go and the technique, then it can be a bit of a bugger, and it was for me. So if it saves one of you 10 minutes of your time, then my work is done. Hope you like it. I'll try harder next time, and thanks for watching.